Hello everybody, it's Tim here again to another video. This time I figured I'd do a reaction to the recent Crow photos that have been released for the new Crow reboot that's coming out this year. This movie's been off and on for a while now in terms of trying to get this made. I even think Jason Momoa was supposed to be the Crow at one time. There's even like some some test footage for him out there to see him in action as the Crow. So it's been off and on for a long time. This reboot has been trying to get off the ground. Even this one has been like completed for a while and it's just now getting released this year. It's got Bill Skarsgård in it, who was who was Pennywise, in the It reboots. He's also in this new movie coming out called Boy Kills World, which I actually really liked the trailer too. And he was the bad guy in John Wick 4, I believe. But he's an actor that I like. I think he's a good actor. I've enjoyed his performances in pretty much everything I've seen him in thus far. So I'm confident he will do a good job in this Crow reboot. And in terms of the images that's been released, it's been getting a mixed response from the online fan community of the original film. And I'll just go ahead and jump in to say my positives and negatives to like the new look for the new Crow. Like if you've seen the photo, you know what I'm talking about. He's got short black hair, with a little bit longer black hair on the back and kind of like shaved on the sides. And he's got some face tats, kind of similar to Jared Leto's Joker from Suicide Squad, but not really, not totally. This one looks more like a standard rocker, I should say, whereas the Jared Leto Joker with the grill and everything and all that and the forehead tat and just the way he was, the fact that he was the Joker, he looked more like a juggalo. Sorry about that, a cough, but kind of under the weather lately. But yeah, he looked more like a juggalo, really, with the grill and everything. This guy looks just more like a rocker to me with a bit like of an urban touch to it, really. I've heard him being compared to like Post Malone. I don't really know shit about Post Malone, to be honest. I'm not a big Post Malone expert. As far as like the look goes, I think he looks good. I think he looks fine. He just looks like a goth dude with a lot of tats on his stomach and stuff and chest and a few on his face. But it's not like tat overkill, really. Doesn't feel that way. He does have a lot, but it doesn't really bother me. The look doesn't really. He does look more modernized than like the original Crow, who was more based off like The Cure and stuff like that, or more inspired, or felt like more inspired to me by like The Cure and stuff and Iggy Pop. And I like that look for Brandon Lee in his original film, and I love the original Crow. Looking at this here though, this feels like it's going to be a reboot that does like its own thing. And just kind of keeps the name Eric Draven, but it's completely its own story with its own look and feel to it. And actually, I prefer that. I would rather them do that than just try to copy the original style and everything, which is pretty much what the sequels tried to do for the most part. They just kind of tried to copy Brandon Lee's look and how all the Crows had like long hair and everything, except for like Eric Mabus's character in the third one, Crow Salvation. This Crow looks more similar to that one, really. It looks more similar to Eric Mabus to me from the Crow Salvation, the one with Kristen Dunst in it. Except he's got more tats. But overall, I think Bill Skarsgård looks fine here in this image. I think a lot of people are probably, some people are just worried, I guess, because it may just be too modernized, or it may just be too new age, and doesn't have enough of that classic look and feel of the original Crow. I can get that, like, if you really love the original movie, and I love the original movie, but I'm the type of person that prefers when you do something new, and at the same time, I don't think this look is great, but it doesn't piss me off or nothing like it's doing some people. I think he looks fine, and at the same time, I'm confident in the actor's acting ability to where I think he'll do a good job in terms of the performance. Do I think this film will be on the level of the original? No. Do I think this film honestly needed to be made? No. But a lot of films don't really need to be made. But I do think that he will do a good job in the film acting-wise, regardless of whether this film turns out to be good or just alright. I don't think this is going to end up being a bad film, because I think Bill Skarsgård is a good enough actor to where this won't be an absolutely terrible film or a bad film. I think he's a good enough actor to where this will wind up being something more like either a good film at best or like an okay film at worst. I think it'll be in that range. This will probably be easily the second best actual Crow film in terms of the franchise of all the films. But as far as like the look goes and everything, I think he looks fine. He's more modernized, and I don't think he's going to be like going around speaking slang or something to try to be like the urban Crow or something, which is probably what some people are worried about or whatever. I don't think you're going to get that. I don't think he's going to be doing rap videos or some shit. I've heard rumors that he's like a tattoo artist in the film, which would make sense given the tattoos he has. But yeah, overall, he looks fine to me. I'm not really hung up on it because I'm confident the actor is going to deliver a good performance. So I'm fine with the new look. It's a new director. It's a reboot. It's not a direct remake of the original. So I'm fine with them changing up and doing something different. I'd rather have them do something different like that than to do something still in the same realm as the original Crow. Personally, that's just me. I just prefer when the directors do something different in their own styles instead of just try to repeat the original Crow or the original source material. It's the same. Actually, a lot of people didn't like the Jared Leto Joker look either, because it's just not something they were used to in terms of the look of the Joker or whatever. But honestly, I was fine with that one too, because of mostly because of the fact that, and like I said, I don't feel like that's kind of the same as this look here. This looks more like just a goth dude with a lot of tattoos than me. This, like the Jared Leto Joker, he felt more urban, like L.A. Hood or whatever to me. But I was fine with that look as well. Because I think, for me, like I said, for me, I appreciate the fact that the director made it his own and tried to do something totally different that wasn't in the vein of Heath Ledger's Joker. So I was fine with it. He wanted to do more of an urban Joker with a grill and all that shit. Fine. It doesn't bother me. I'd rather you do that than to try to do something in the same realm as Heath Ledger. And at that point, they needed to do something really different after Heath Ledger. So I was fine with it. You need to create your own Joker. So I'm fine with the look of this version of the Crow. I have no problem with it as long as it fits the style and feel and vibe of the movie that you're doing, and as long as the actor can deliver a good performance, I have no problem with the look. So overall, thanks for watching, and I'll see you again.